But I will
Orleans.
say one thing, and then we'll get into this.
Fine program.
Get into the show.
Yeah.
Are you still on the same thing about DeMarcus Cousins? You saw what happened to DeMarcus Cousins today, right?
Yeah, they let him go.
Okay, I'm just want to make sure that going into the stands.
That's the risk I take, brother.
Okay, I just
sometimes in life you have to make a sacrifice.
All the people
and
talking
do what
about,
you got to do when you got to do what you got to do.
And all the people like, oh yeah, I'm going in the stand. Okay,
Rob G, you with me?
No, Rob G, you want your loot.
No.
Yeah.
If you butt, sometimes you gotta knock somebody out.
And you can play that. Hey, you know what? I hope he brings his boombox playing that to the unemployment line, because that's where DeMarcus Cousins is today.
What was he making? $11.98 an hour?
I don't care what he was making. He out of work. Man, you can't go to the stands.
He was making more money on Gil Arena, Gilbert Arenas' podcast, or wherever he was.
You can't go in the stands fighting people. Stop it.
I can't. Can't wait till October 6th when somebody smashes a cheesecake the way Nancy Lieberman smashed that pie in your face.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I retweeted it too.
After she beat me in a basketball game.
I lived through her. I was like, oh, that's what it would feel like.
Is that what you want? You want to do that? Unbelievable. All right, Rob G, we do have some news of the day concerning the New York Knickerbockers.
I mean, we do, but that's not what we're talking about here. That's later on in the show.
I was like, oh, I fell asleep.
What do you have?
I have OKC.
What do you have at 4 o'clock on your sheet?
Why don't I have a sheet?
I mean, mine's right here. It says OKC better win this ring, according
you
to
know
Rob
what?
Parker.
This is what you call. This is yesterday's show.
Oh, see? Way to go, Rob. But anyways, news of the day.
No, my fault, because I thought I had a printed out sheet of the show.
Snipe you.
That's what I'm saying.
You.
Game 3 tipping off in about 90 minutes from now. OKC versus the Indiana Pacers series, all tied up at 1 in Indiana. And even though Indiana is at home tonight, Indiana stole home court for the series.
Mm-hmm.
According to all the sports books, all the pundits, OKC is still favored tonight by, I believe, 5.5 points.
And they're taking those 5.5.
Heavily favored to win the series and win the NBA Finals.
I got a message for them. Go ahead.
I would love to. Well, couple that, Rob. The last time we saw a team that was heavily favored in the NBA Finals, and like OKC was viewed as this is going to be the team to beat for the foreseeable future, was last season's champion, the Boston Celtics. Flash forward to Wednesday morning, Shams Charania making the rounds there on ESPN. He said, you know what? Quote, essentially, everybody not named Jason Tatum is available for trade this offseason. So that wide window in Boston that we thought existed may be slamming shut prematurely.
And this is why, if you're OKC and you're on the cusp of maybe winning a championship, you got to close the deal. Like you think, if we don't do it this year, we got a young team. Things happen. Mm-hmm. Ask the Phoenix Suns, who were up 2-0 in an NBA final. Where are they now? Look at where they are. How many years ago was that, Rob G? Everybody,
3, not 4.
Right? But they were crowning everybody. Chris Paul is one of the top 3 point guards. Mm-hmm. Devin Booker,
the new Kobe,
is the new Kobe Bryant. Have you heard that lately? No.
Who?
When Giannis, when he won, remember he won an MVP, a couple MVPs. Then they won a championship. Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez and all that. It all fits together and all this stuff. They got a team. Who in the East is going to stop Giannis? Okay, well, they won their one championship. And now look where they are. Could possibly be traded.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Denver. Had all the pieces to go along with the big superstar, the best player on the planet, the walk-in triple-double, all the good stuff. Jamal Murray, not an all-star, but a good Robin. You got a really good coach, Mike Malone. You had everything in place. Been a couple years now for them. And now, as we know, we're going to have, because no matter who wins, or when the Pacers win in 6, it'll be 7 different champions in 7 years. It ain't that automatic, and you can't pass up. To me, OKC is an injury away from not being able to get there again, having to pay, starting to pay people who are now going to get cashed out. That's what happened in Denver. You can't hold on to your bench. Guys want to make their money. It's nice. I got a ring. I'm not sitting around here. Oh, don't you want to win again? Don't you want to take a home team discount? No, I don't. I have a ring in my back pocket. So I do believe like this is their window. It could be a one-off. It really could be. And there's a chance that the West could get better. Luka's playing for money for a new contract. He gets in shape. LeBron pays $2 million to keep himself in shape or whatever it is instead of $1 million.
Maybe he needs to, maybe extra half.
You know what I mean?
You might be right.
To just up it a little bit. Maybe the Spurs get KD. Now in the West, you got a way better team, right?
Ant-Man, you still got the West.
Ant-Man ain't going nowhere.
Does Memphis make a move? There's a lot of
You know
stuff,
what I'm saying? So that's why this is imperative for them to win the championship this year.
I completely agree with you. I think it's.
What?
I know, man.
I'm stuck.
Dun, dun, dun.
People think they got the wrong radio show.
Hold on, don't turn. I still got a pivot coming. No, I agree with you. That's why you want to win this thing now. And I think what I will say, Rob, is maybe you're leaving short the last 2 years. Meaning the last 2 years they won 40 games. You're like, all right, this little OKC. Remember we thought they were going to just bottom out, and they never bottomed out. And then last year they went 57 games, and we're like, oh shoot, look at them. So to me, that's when they started to get in that window. You went in 57 games. You got a guy who's a runner-up for MVP. You're in this thing now.
But the Suns, go look at their records. I'm just saying. I'm not trying. The Suns were winning a lot of games. Went to the championship, but I'm just saying they couldn't sustain.
But I'm gonna tell you why I think it's a little bit different. So then now, after 57 games, this year you go to 68, a franchise record, and you've had some heck of a players the last 15 years. Franchise record, you have an all-time defense, you have an all-time different point differential, and you have the MVP, who is continuing now to do MVP-like things throughout the playoffs and now into the finals. You got emerging stars in Jalen Williams, J-Dub, and Chet Holmgren. You have an amazing defense, and you have Sam Presti, who's continued this. Now I want to go back to the Celtics for a minute. If the Celtics say they never win again, right? They never win again. They're good, but they never win again. I would say they had a run then. They had a 2004 Piston-like run. They made it to 5 Eastern Conference Finals. They made it to 2 finals appearances. They won 1. They lost 1 to the Warriors.
Oh, no, you're being kind because I think people would look and say they left some meat on the bone. Like you can't have it like this is where I push back. Is no good for Aaron Rodgers to win 1 Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. Some people, he should have won more. You can't look at that Celtics team and tell me that if they don't win again, people in Boston would be cool. Cause that,
well, what I'm saying,
and that's what I'm saying. The same thing with Denver. You have Mike Malone. What do you do? He only won once. So which one is it?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay,
so here's my point.
That's why I don't buy into that.
The reason why I buy into it is because they will have gone to at least 2 finals. They won 1. They lost to the Warriors. They stayed in the Eastern Conference Finals regularly. The difference with Denver is they kind of just emerged, won, and then they had a Western Conference. Went to the Western Conference Final in the bubble, I should say. A couple years later, 2-3 years later, they win 1, and we haven't heard from them again. So to me, the Celtics were constantly in it.
Same Game 7 twice in 2 years in a row.
You talking about the Nuggets?
Yes.
Right, but I'm saying they've only.
But you're saying you didn't hear from. They went to Game 7 twice.
But that's Game 7. They didn't get to the Western Conference Finals. And I'm saying the difference is with that Pistons team, they stayed in the Eastern Conference Finals. They won in 2004. They go back to the finals to a Game 7. And then they went to the Eastern Conference Finals another time or two.
Yeah, but there are people who also believe that.
So what
they should have won another one.
And that's fine, but I'm saying that window was there. To me, so if you're the Celtics, they can say, man, we had a run. We had 5 Eastern Conference Finals appearances, 2 finals appearances. We won 1. We had a finals MVP. Our guys were all NBA players. We had a run. And to me, OKC can minimally, hopefully, look at it as that run, where we get to a couple of finals in 5 years. We win a bunch of Western Conference Finals appearances. We got an MVP or 2. To me, that can be the window. They have the youth, the second youngest team, I believe. They have the same. Sam Presti has been spectacular throughout his tenure there. And they got a guy in SGA who ain't going nowhere. So to me, they've just opened the window, and I believe they have sustainability to have. I'm not saying they go back to the finals next year, but they can go 2 or 3 times in 5 or 6 years and say we had a good run.
I think this could really be a one-off.
I'm
dead serious.
I don't think too young. I think some of the other teams.
It's not about being
Chris
young.
Paul,
it's about other teams getting better. What if the Lakers make a move and they get somebody
you just threw up
to
in
go?
your mouth
I'm just
saying
that. No,
You
I'm just being honest.